Welcome back, everybody. My name is Gregtech, and this is Gregtech New Horizons. So, like I promised, I was going to work on some Thaumcraft stuff today. The first thing that I have just about ready to get set up, it is hideous and ugly, but you can see I've got some ME cable that runs its way over here. And the reason for that is I am looking to make the Viz Relay Interface today. To start off with, I need one more of these mixed crystal clusters, and then I was looking at this guy first, the Viz Relay. Pretty simple little guy. All it takes is some steel screws, some thaumium rings, a mixed crystal cluster, and 2 diamond lenses, and there is our Viz Relay. So that first bit is what will be necessary to go into this guy, which is our Viz Relay Interface. I don't know that I have. I haven't quite made everything yet for that. Yeah, that'll be dangerous. I've got to be careful about doing that stuff. But in order to make that, I need to make this fluid interface. And did I already make the fluid interface and I just threw it back in there? I probably did. Yeah, I did. Which means that I just never made it flat. I need it flat in order to do this portion of it. I guess they want to go with the whole fluid interface type stuff for doing anything with the Viz or the V, because in the lore of thalmic energistics, it talks about the V becoming a gas when it's being synthesized back and forth between stuff. So CVis makes sense to still also be a liquid. So with that done, swap my armor back before I end up forgetting. And in my Build-A-Bag, I have here a node transducer and an advanced node stabilizer. And the only other thing I need is I don't have. So I need to do that. There we go. Last time I used a lever. This time I'm just going to go with a nice big block of redstone like I see most people like to do on this thing. But essentially this is going to pretty much just break my current node and make it so that it'll power it through the system, and it'll charge my wand so I don't have to come up here and break and water these poor mushrooms every time. The poor mushrooms, they are getting left out. But such is life, I suppose. So here we go. We have our advanced node stabilizer there. I have the, let's see here, we have right here our redstone block, and then above that is our node transducer. And that will break this guy down and energize it. It will only take a little bit of time here. And we'll see what happens to this guy, what kind of node we get. It was over 64 on the Ignis, so hopefully that comes out to an 8 CVis on that thing. This isn't a nice, 100 across the board on all the elements, but at least getting it up to an 8 is extremely helpful. So we'll see what the end result looks like once it's done here. Ooh, look at that guy go. Almost there. Another 40 left to go. And there it is. Oh, good. So yeah, an 8 on the Ignis, a 7 on the Air. What is that? A 9 on Terra, and then 10s and 11s on the Aqua, Ordo, and Perdicio there. All right, so with that done, what we can do is we can take this Viz Relay interface here. I've got a P2P channel here that I've set up with my that guy right down there. I've got a full 32 channels that comes along this line and through this P2P tunnel. There is that guy. The device is saying it's online, and if we slap that on there, we now have we should have CVis running through our AE2 system. So let's go take a look. I used some of that V out of that wand. So if we look in our crafting table, it should be fully charged now. Oops, no, it's not. Here it is right here. Let's go ahead and stick that in there. And let's see if that works. Maybe I'm wrong about how this thing works and I've got to do something else here. That'd be kind of terrible if I did. But we'll get it figured out one way or the other. Let's see. That guy's online. Let me just do this real quick. Let's go ahead and re-grab these settings. Yeah, that's input side. So that's accurate. We'll come up here. It did take a while when I set up my first P2P tunnel for the other the stuff that goes to my farm way down there. You can't see it, it's hidden. But the P2P channel that goes to the farm, I did get an EU converted one there. So I just saved those settings. Now it's unlinked. Darn it. I always forget that shift right clicking gets you the information, and then right clicking does it the other way. And it could be that I need this to go the other direction, but I don't think so. I think it's fine if the output comes out over here versus the input. I may try and reverse that. It does say output side, but that should mean, okay, let's try it. Let's do this real quick. Let's go ahead and do input side this way. And we'll set this one to the output side. And maybe it'll input from there and pull it on through. Let's see. Still nothing happening there. All right, let's go have a look again. And this may take me a little bit to debug, as I have actually never played with this type of setup, so some reading may be required. Yeah, it's got a spot for it to go, and that's got that. And it's saying, oh, you know what? I know what it might be. No, it says the device is online. Power should have been going through it. Let's take a look. Where's my Thaumonomicon? All right, over to Energistics, and let's have a look, see what this thing says for Viz Relay Interface. You believe you can construct a digital device. Viz can be imported, tunneled, and used by your digital devices. Storing it, however, will require more research. Yeah, I'm not trying to store it. I just want the one. To use a Viz relay, attach it to your digital network and place a Viz relay on it. The base of the relay must be against the interface. Okay, I did that. In order for the device to receive Viz, it must be linked with... In order for a device to be linking other devices... Okay. Right-clicking another device. Okay, so that means I should shift right-click on this guy. Whoops. And I should be able to right-click on that guy. There it goes. Fantastic. All right, so another lesson learned there. If you're going to work with these things, you do have to save and load those settings on the Arcane crafting terminal itself. But that's fantastic. That means that now I can recharge my wand here while I'm not using it, and I don't have to bounce back and forth between here and the mushrooms up top, and I don't have to use that crafting table up top. This is going to work out really well, I think. It is still a little slow, but I don't think that would be any faster if it were set up to one of those if it were set up to a Viz relay for the what you call it. I don't think it would matter for setting it up with the normal Viz relay that sits on top of a crafting table to charge the wand. So excellent. There we go. A fully charged wand. So yeah, that was the first part of getting this thing done. I can go ahead and remove that from my bookmarks, remove that from my bookmarks. The Oblivion jar I'm working on right now. Oh, we could actually work on that, I suppose, since we do have the stuff necessary. Do I have my screwdriver? I do not. I put that away. Screwdriver. So here we go. I can get this guy done. And let's slap that there. Good. Item great. That'll work. I can put all of those guys away. And then I can also do this guy, the hungry chest. So there we go. Screwdriver again. And, oops. I'm not saving myself any energy doing that. Let's do that. And it charges itself right back. A ton of crafts that will work well for us. Okay, so there's the hungry chest. In here, I also already have a fluid trash can right there. The next thing is to deal with some warted glass. Now, I don't have... Alright, let's do it this way. We'll go ahead and do that again. Now, I don't have any thaumium right now. Alright. And I just did what I didn't want to do. There's those, and then we'll go with amber. There we go. And then, yeah, my great wood is probably all the way down there. Oh, that was not smart. And that probably just hurt all of my, yeah, that hurt all of my Thaumcraft armor, but at least I didn't die. Where is it? There's my great wood. So we'll go ahead and take that up there. I don't think I have silverwood down here. I didn't see any in here. Nope. Okay, silverwood must be in my setup. Thankfully, I don't have to go back up there the hard way. I can do that. That was not smart, though, that's for sure. All right, and then let's do this. Let's just take a couple of these pieces of wood and cut them up in the cutting machine to give ourselves some great wood planks. And we'll put 2 of them there like that. Go ahead and put the wood pulp away, put the great wood away, and then the last thing I need is I'm probably going to need, how many of those did I say I'm going to need? Let's go ahead and do 3 sets of those, because I need 6 for this. It makes 4 each. So there's 6 for that, and then I will need 2 each for these guys, which puts me at 10. And so 4 each, yeah, 3 sets. Let's go ahead and get me my armor back in case I decide to do another one of those fantastic drop maneuvers. But at least this way we can work on getting our warted glass. And then once the warted glass is done, then it'll just be a matter of making some diffusion cores, some coalescence cores, because I need 1 of each of these for 1 of each of these. And then on top of that, in order to make the essentia provider, I need 1 each of them. Oh, those only need those. That guy needs those. Oh, so I need 3 of them, because there you can see I've got the coalescence core and diffusion core there. I need 2 air crystals. Okay, so that's what I need. 2. I need 2 for this guy. I need 2 for this guy, and then 1 each more of those. So I'm going to need 3 each of these guys. And those will take a pair of entropy and order crystals each as well. All right, not bad. Let's go ahead and get this stuff into place. And then it'll take me a little while I get all of my 1, 2, 3. There we go. Go ahead and put that away. It'll take me a little while to get the other parts that I need in order to do these 3 infusions. So I only made one other ME interface. Those are pretty easy though. ME interfaces, it's just 12 titanium, but I've got plenty of titanium now, so that's not an issue to make one of those. So I'm going to have to make, I've got to make 2 of these, which means I need 2 of these, plus 1 each for those, and those. So I actually need 4 of these guys. Okay, so I'm going to need to make 4 annihilation cores, 4 formation cores, and then 8 order crystals, 8 entropy crystals, and then this guy needs an additional 4 entropy crystals. So 12 entropy crystals and 8. Okay, so I can get those done, I think. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 for the Oblivion jar, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let that charge back up. And I'll need 6, 7, and 8 from there. All right, we'll let that go for a little bit there. Over here, I need to make these guys. So let's get 2, 4, and then these guys, we'll do 2, 4. Good. All right, back over here, I can do 1, 2, 3. Oh, I made too many. 13? Yeah, I only needed 12. That's all right. Eventually, I'm sure I'll get more. Coalescence cores have the order crystals. Those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And as soon as it charges back up, I'll just need number 8. I wonder if that charges faster when you're not looking at it. It sure seemed to. Maybe it's when it's ticking these numbers, it's having a hard time keeping up. Let's go ahead and do that for a second. Let that thing charge up. But that was our 8 ordo crystals that we'll need for our coalescence and diffusion cores. Maybe. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I can't quite tell. All right. And so then amber of some kind. Nope. 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 There we go. Grab it like that and do 1, 2. Let that go for a little while. At least I'm not having to break a whole lot of those vishrooms and regrow them every time I want to craft something now. That is definitely a huge plus. The other nice thing will be that once I decide to move the LHE down to where my battery will be, all I have to do is set up and link a device to it, which will probably have to be another Viz Relay with another excuse me, Viz Relay interface on there, and that way it can draw out the Ignis it needs, just like that guy does for those 2 things. And if that's the case, then it'll probably slow down how much Ignis I get when I'm using my wand through here. It may behoove me to maybe get this guy. Oh, you know what? Maybe I can just link it in as well, since you have to directly link these things, and I can link that guy to... excuse me, to down there, and that would be a little bit better, I think. All right. 1, no, 1. Why don't you want me to be able to make that? There we go, 3 and 4, and then I'll put the annihilation core away, and I'll put the entropy away. Oh, that's not enough, is it? Because I said I needed, that's why I had so many. All right, let's look up the core, and then the order. There we go. 1, 2, like that, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Put those away. Right, and then I should have Oh, am I missing one? I didn't make enough. I need 6 of those guys. Okay. Well, that's good. At least knowing I need 6 of these is better than... There we go. All right. So that is done. I have my diffusion cores. I have my coalescence cores. I can make one. Well, I probably can't make it just yet. I need... Where are they? 1, 2, 3, 4 of these guys. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then what else do these guys need? I need a filtered essentia tube and an ME fluid export bus. So I need ME fluid export, ME fluid import. Grab both of those. We'll put those 2 in here. And then I need that filtered essentia tube. I may not have the stuff for this. Nope, I don't. Okay. Let's go with these guys, and I probably don't have the stuff for that. Nope, I have 1 gold plate and the silverwood planks, and that's it. How many silverwood planks do I have? No more. So let's go ahead and make a couple more of those. And then I have more gold plates. I guess I need the other things. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll go ahead and make just 8 of those things. Springs aren't too bad. Just making some rods and throwing them into a bending machine with a bending circuit of 1, and that will get you the springs. While that's doing its thing, let's go ahead and get these guys cut up. There we go. Same way you make plates, it's just you use a rod instead of an ingot, and you've got yourself those coils. There we go. There's 8 V filters. That's enough for 2. So 1 and a 2. There we go. And then filtered essentia tube. I don't have any of the essentia tubes, and I don't have... What's the other thing I'm missing? Oh, thaumium screws. So that will get me another ingot. That ingot will get me 8 screws. Okay. So you notice I had 2 different thaumium nuggets. The reason for that is that when you right-click one of those magic metal berries, it gives you one type of thaumium nugget, and then when you hold it in your inventory, it changes to the Thaumcraft version of that nugget. And then when you stick it back in your ME system, it's 2 different items. So it gets just a little obnoxious when you pull out too many and you've held them, because then when you put them back in, they get their own little pile. And it is what it is. We work on it. We work with it. We gripe about it. It's fine. And then those need to be converted to screws. There we go. Screws are done. So screw. I think I have some essentia. Oh, I have filtered in here. I didn't think I did. Never mind. We just went through all of that rigmarole for nothing, because I've got some right there. So we do that. There we go. 1 essentia export bus. Then I need 1 essentia import bus. There we go. And with both of those, let's see here, this thing, I'll need to gather up those materials. 2 filtered essentia tubes, that's fine. I need 2 water. Okay, let's grab these guys while I'm here. 1, 2, 3, 4, so I can make 2 of those. The cores. There's the cores. All right. Let's see if that's everything I need here. So I have to make 2 cores each. I have to make 2 of those each. That's fine. I've got those. I need 4 Salus Mundus, 4 Thaumium plates, and 2 IMI interfaces. Well, I only have 2 Salus Mundus, so that means that I will be making some more manually because I don't have the Essentia provider to set up the other stuff yet. You can see I'm still working with a ton of seeds around here. Those are for that. I need 1, 2, right? I need 2 each. 2 each. 3, 4. And then does this guy need any? No. He just needs the magic mirror, which I have right here. That can go back then. 2 magic mirrors? Oh, right, 2 magic mirrors. All right, both of them. All right, 2 magic mirrors, those things. I need air crystals, Salus Mundus, so I'm going to need 4 Salus Mundus total, and I have the rest of that stuff. All right, and then we'll have to figure out how we're going to deal with the essentia that I need. Right now I don't have, I'm going to have to make another essentia import in order to plug it in up on that thing. If I plug it in to there, the Alembic can run it, and then once I've made the Oblivion jar, I'll hook the Oblivion jar to the other side of it, and that way, as I make essentia, I won't be stuck. I won't be stuck with stuff clogging up my system, so that'll be nice. There we go, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have iron, and that will make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Grab our wand, and then I need a bucket of water. That can go away now. Oh boy, nope, nope, nope. How about we do this, because I don't want to be falling again. You guys would probably get a kick out of me falling yet again. But anyway. All right, so there's our water. Let that thing come up to temperature. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shard and thaumium. Shard, thaumium, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shard and thaumium, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shard, and just enough left over to make 2 thaumium with 20 left over, and just goodbye. For those of you who haven't seen me mess with this setup before, you'll notice I have torches everywhere around this guy, and that is because if the flux has nowhere to spawn, it doesn't spawn. So you can effectively keep the crucible from making flux when you right click it in order to get rid of stuff without having to worry about blocks tainting or having to try and place a block and break a block in order to get rid of it. It's already taken care of. It's very handy. Let's see here. Essentia provider needs 2 each, so that's 4. That guy doesn't need any, so that's that. All right, so grind up those, flatten those, there's 4 essentia, 4 thaumium plates. Last piece of thaumium can go in there, and then I need these other 2 pieces of Salus Mundus. All right, let's take a look at our build bag. And so we have our Essentia provider. I need 2 of these, so I need 4 tubes, 4 Salus Mundus, 2 coalescence, 2 diffusion, 4 thaumium, and then I'm going to need the IMI interfaces, but I've got the 4 of those, the 4 of those, the 4 of that, the 4 of that, and then I just need the interface because I've got 1 each of those, so 2 total for that. Then for this guy, 2 air crystals. Okay, so I need 2 air crystals and the 2 interfaces. All right, here we go then. AE, no, just click that, click that, and that. And then we go 1, 2. There. And that is everything we need for that. Go ahead and swap my armor again. Put that stuff away. Let that finish updating itself. And then, so there we are. So there's the 2 Salus Mundus, the 2 of those, the 2 of those, the import and export that I need for each of them, and the 2 mirrors. All right. That is everything that I need, except for the essentia for this disaster. So once I get it figured out how I'm going to get the essentia for all of these things in order to make this stuff, I'll come back and bring you guys in. Yeah, I should also grab that stuff real quick. All right, let's do that. Entropy. I saw I only need 4 of those, so I made an extra one. Now I've got 2 in the system. Oh well, not a big deal. Warted Glass. I need 6 of that. The fluid trash can and the hungry chest. So fluid trash can and the hungry chest. All right, all that is left is for me to figure out how I want to get the essentia for that, and then I need to make 1 more of these. So I need 1 more fluid import bus, 2 more warded jars, an extra diffusion core. All right, so 1 more import bus. Import bus, diffusion core. See, I told you I'd need it eventually. And those need to be 2 pieces of amber. There we go. Diffusion core. Done. That can go in there. And then this guy, click that. I need 2 warded jars. So 1, 2. 1, 2. There's an extra import bus. Where is it pulling those essentia tubes from? Did I stick them in the system? I may have stuck them in the system. Because I still need 4 for that guy. I've got 4 for that guy. All right. Never mind then. All right. So that is everything. I am going to figure out what stuff I need in order to get the last of this stuff up and running. And then the last thing after all of that is done is to set up my wisp farm. To, instead of outputting to, there's a chest you can't see because I'm out of range. Instead of outputting to a chest, I want it to output to my furnace, and then have my furnace just burn up and spit out the essentia for the for all the different wisp essences, and then import those into my system. And that way I will have a never-ending setup that will get me all of my essentia that I need to run through the provider to my to that thing up there, my infusion with that infusion provider. So I will take a break. I will see you guys back here once I am ready to kick off these infusions. I do want to show you guys what stuff I like to use to make these things, simply because some of these aspects are a little harder to come by than others, and I like to use renewable sources as much as possible. So we will see you in a bit. Well, I just noticed the time on this video, and yeah, it's running a little bit long for my videos. I didn't realize it had taken that long, so I will leave you guys with this. I am making the advanced forming press. There's a quest for the MV one, but I'd really rather have the advanced one, and I'm going to slap it down right here. Now, the whole reason for having this thing, if you notice, in my inventory, I have these redstone chipsets and these ender pearls, and those require an MV forming press in order to make these things, which are the pulsating chipsets. Now, they'll make 2 each, so that's nice. It doesn't take too much of that stuff. The redstone chipsets are just a redstone plate run through what is that thing called? A precision laser engraver with a ruby lens, which I accidentally still have in my inventory. That's no good. And then I take those and press them together with some Lapotron or engraved Lapotron circuits. And those form the basis for the next part and the last part that I'm working on, which are these Essentia processor tier 1s. And I'm making 6 of these ME drives so that I can plug them in and have them, they won't fit here of course because I've only got 2 slots left. So I'm going to be rearranging a little bit of stuff here, getting this into a 32 cable so that I can bring it up and then slap a second drive here to run it with. But the idea is that this will be my Essentia storage. So I think I need, what is it, engineering processors, which I have plenty of. So there's 6 of those. I went ahead earlier and I made up a bunch more Salus Mundus, well, a bunch more balance shards and crushed them into Salus Mundus. And then here are those things like that. So there's those 6. And then once these are done, I believe I just slapped these in there. Let's just double check that real quick, make sure I'm grabbing the right thing. Yeah, an engineering processor and an IV or an EV assembler. Okay. I would not have guessed that I needed an EV assembler for that. Is this used for anything other than that? Nope, just that. And this is only used for each of the 4 Essentia things. Originally I was thinking, hey, let's make like 81 of these things and just get 85 of them. No, it takes 85 each for the 64Ks. So yeah, that would have taken quite a bit of time. I mean, looking at making 510 of them, but it requires those engraved Lapotron circuits, and those things are a pain to make. It ends up costing you 170 what is that? The Lapotron orbs, the blue guys. And those require 2 HV circuits each, so I was looking at 340 HV chips on top of that, and that was getting just a little bit out of my price range currently for what I have in stock in the game, but it is definitely something that I will look at increasing in the future. Let's go ahead and flip that on, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There we go. So there's 6 of those guys, and then we'll let that thing charge back up. I probably need to make more drive casings. I don't think I have any more drive casings, and I'll probably make, if I've got 6, that means I've got room for 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's go ahead and make 12 drive cases. And then I'll slap those guys in, and I'll do that off camera. I'll just get that thing prepped and ready. The only other thing that I'll need to look at making is one of those Essentia monitors so that I actually can see how much Essentia I have in my setup, which will probably go right down here so that I can easily craft and see how much I have in my system before I go over and do stuff at the, what is that thing called? Infusion altar. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call this video good. I will see you guys in the next video when I will be going over what stuff I'll be using to make these 3 items. Well, it'll be 1 and then 2 Essentia providers, and then 1 of those will go into an infusion provider. So I will see you guys in the next video. Till then.